The 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Boston Celtics going up against the Detroit Pistons out at the Palace of Auburn Hills. And guys, for the Pistons, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. Fellas, just like we were saying earlier, a lot of excitement has been built around this new season. So far, it has not disappointed. Your thoughts, Shaq, on things so far?
Well, for the teams that are losing, it's been a disappointment. But for the teams that are winning, it's now about maintaining that consistency. See if you can make it to the playoffs, how far you can go in the playoffs, and, hey, maybe you can win a championship.
Well, to me, the league is
From suburban Detroit, we proudly bring you the Pistons at the Palace of Auburn Hills. This road trip for the Celtics kicking things off here in this one. And a lot of excitement centering around one young player tonight, folks, as we'll be watching a game that marks the first official NBA start from Freak.
You know, and that's what all the talk has been about leading into this game. I know a lot of people in this organization are excited to see this young man make his first start.
Well, they should be excited because if everything goes according to plan, I think he could wind up being the face of the franchise.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Freak in at point guard. Jared Sullinger is out there with Matthews, and it's Nichols at the 2 spot. And so it's Boston with it. That's good.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
It's Jennings with the drive. Rebounded by the Celtics. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
5 to shoot. Matthews. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. Matthews has got his first bucket in this one. Boston on D. There's the feed to Caldwell Pope. Good on the shot.
Man, this guy is a scoring machine. I mean, I know I'm not the only one to describe him that way.
Sullinger, left side. It's Freak, top of the key. Back to Sullinger. 11 feet away. No good. Now the Pistons take it the other way. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
Freak kicks to Sullinger. Beyond the arc. And Wesley Matthews with the 3. Matthews has got 5.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Jennings passes to Bargnani. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Jennings dishes to Bargnani. And it's blocked.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively.
And that one's good. Freak. Pistons trail by 7. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
Bargnani kicks to Drummond. Fade away, and he gets it to go. So it's the Celtics now. Their last encounter was in Boston.
Yeah, and in winning that last game, they attacked the basket aggressively, drew a lot of fouls in that game.
Yeah, it certainly paid off. I mean, free throws and foul trouble for your opponents. Come on now. That's a winning recipe all day long.
And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Stan Van Gundy had a moment.
In for Morris. Caldwell Pope comes in for Meeks. And it's Jennings in for Reggie Jackson. Jennings and Caldwell Pope in the backcourt. Andre Drummond is out there with Bargnani. And it's Johnson in at the 3. That's the 5 on the floor for the Pistons. Now here's Jennings. In the game against Philadelphia, very impressive. Can't connect from 13 feet out. And now with the fast break, Smart with the ball. And Matthews gets it to go.
His ball distribution tonight just as good as it gets.
Yeah, it sure has been. I mean, all you have to do is look at the numbers. There's no line in those totals.
Offensive rebound. Shot's good from Bargnani.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Now here's Freak. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And Sullinger kicks to Freak. Now here's Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Bargnani over to help. Pass to Sullinger. Can't get it to go. Good D by Drummond. Here's Caldwell Pope, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And the foul goes against Boston. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far. And so we wrap up the...
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons.
Hey guys, listen up. We've got a good lead, but lots of basketball left to play. First of all, a big nod to how well we've taken care of the basketball. We're not taking any unnecessary chances, and that's meant very few turnovers. I did like the scoring punch we got off the bench. That heated things up for us when we had to have a little something extra. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. Nobody gave us a chance tonight, but we're right where I thought we'd be. But still, we're a long way from done. So let's keep our effort at 100% all the way to the end.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here are the pass.
And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. One of the stories here, Wesley Matthews getting it done today.
You just can't shoot the triple any better than he did in that first half. That was incredible.
And here in the second, Greg, he's got to just keep taking them and making them. And if that's the case, no reason for him to stop.
Second half underway. Here's who Brad Stevens got on the floor. Freak, he's in at point guard. Matthews out there with Jared Sullinger. And it's Nichols in at the 2-guard position.
And that kind of sums up the defensive effort we've seen here tonight, guys.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Picked by Bargnani. Jennings drives in. Offline from the high post. Boston leading by 11. Nichols passes to Freak. Celtics passing it around. Here's Nichols. And yes, sir, that one drops. He has 7.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
Detroit's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. The drive by Jennings cannot hit, and it's Boston the other way.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference. And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
No good from Bargnani.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
Here's Nichols. The shot is off. Excellent D there by Johnson. Pistons trail by 15. Caldwell Pope kicks to Jennings. Now here is Bargnani. Tight defense on him. Elbow shot is on the way. Matthews with the rebound.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Sullinger dishes to Matthews. Tries from 10. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Matthews has got 15.
Oh, wow. 4 of 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
They set the pick. Pick by Bargnani. The drive by Jennings. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons dancers.
Marcus Smart's check in for free. Both teams will make substitutions. At the elbow, Sullinger. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Sullinger's got 9.
Freak.
5 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. From deep three-point range, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. It's the Celtics running away with this one. And we're coming back in just a moment. Get ready for the fourth quarter of action when we reach... Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Pistons trail by 21. They got Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Reggie Jackson out there with Jody Meeks. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot. That's the group for Detroit right now. And Boston with the rebound. Sullinger's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Drummond sets the screen for Jackson. Nailed from three-point land.
And really, the defense didn't do a lot to fight around that screen on that possession.
Pass to Smart. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Sullinger with a screen for Smart. Passes to Sullinger. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
They've been ineffective in this one. Just no slowing down for Sullinger. 8 rebounds, and he's also got 1 block to add to the mix today.
Yeah, and that's just a small part of what we've seen, but it's been a solid contribution defensively.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Bargnani has checked in for Marcus Morris. Johnson comes in for Meeks. And it's Jennings in for Reggie Jackson. Drummond a screen. Jennings drives in. Bargnani. The shot's good on the assist by Jennings. Freak with it. Fern defended by Bargnani. Matthews against Johnson. Sullinger left side. That's short off the rim.
And even though he missed that, you have to take those shots when you get the opportunity.
Exactly. They don't come much better or easier than that.
Jennings can't get it to go.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
To the inside. In it goes for the 8th time in 10 tries.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
And that one's good.
Effective screen set there for the jump shot. That was the key to the play.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Detroit Pistons dancers.
Celtics leading by 19. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Kicks it to Freak, just 5 to shoot. The pass to Nichols. And again, Boston with the triple.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Here's Bargnani. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Bargnani's got 4 points now in the quarter. The Celtics have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Freak kicks to Sullinger. It's Matthews on the wing. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Jennings. And it's Freak missing. Pistons trail by 20. Jennings drives in. No one near him. And Caldwell Pope gets the basket. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Up top, Sullinger. Freak kicks to Matthews. Celtics passing it around. Drummond working against Sullinger. He dishes it to Freak. Shot from free throw range. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. And the Celtics lead by 20. Detroit's got fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Now here's Jennings. Defense is right there.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at it.
Matthews against Johnson. Sullinger a screen on Johnson. Matthews passes to Sullinger. He used that pick just right. Sullinger's got 10 points here in the second half.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Boston.
The sheer volume of three-pointers was the deciding factor tonight, it seemed.
Yeah, they sink one, Kevin, and then they do it again. It worked.
And so this will mark the 15th win of the year for them.
And this will be their third win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
They really do. I mean, there's one more game to play in this season series, and barring any major changes to their team, I have to believe the sweep will be in order.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Matthews, no good. Detroit with the ball. Dishes it to Jennings. He kicks it to Caldwell Pope. The shot's good. Jennings making the play. Boston with the ball. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Out to the wing. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And you can hear the disappointment in the crowd tonight. But we saw a team that was just ready to do battle in this arena. They clearly wanted this road win.
Crystal clearly. They came in here determined to steal this game, Greg. Their effort level, I thought, was outstanding, and they just took care of business.
Drummond a screen. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now time to go to Ernie Johnson, who's alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Ernie Johnson again, folks, alongside Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Time now to take a quick peek at our Jordan Player of the Game. We watched a marvelous third quarter from him, and he basically put the game on ice at that point. And from that point on, they were in control.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had to.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game.
It was a great win for the team tonight. What can you take out of such a positive overall performance?
I knew the team was capable of a performance like this. I was feeling it tonight even before the game, telling guys in the locker room that this game was ours. Now I just got to keep them hungry. Not let them forget how dominant we can be. Huge win tonight. Huge win.
How's your relationship with the coaching staff? Are the rumors of friction accurate?
Friction? Look, there's no friction here. I don't know where you're getting your information, but I've got a great relationship with the coaching staff here. A lot of respect for Coach, too. Anything else you think you're hearing is 100% false.
That was your first official game as a starter. How'd it feel?
That felt great. To me, this is a huge step on the way to living the dream. I can't wait to see what the future has in store. Like, I know if my man Vic has anything to say about it, that things are about to get crazy. Real crazy. Anyway, that's all I got to say. Thank you.
The 2K Sports pregame show.
Season's greetings. Happy holidays. Welcome, thank you for joining us. It's a very special Christmas edition. Ernie Johnson of 2K Sports here with the always jolly Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith,
Merry
who's
Christmas
also
to you, man.
relatively jolly. And
Do you have my gift?
Maybe I do have. Did I get the gift that you sent me, or do I have a gift for you?
Either or.
No, neither.
Well, I'll get you 2 of those.
We have a song for you, Ernie.
What's that?
Hit the beat, Kenny. Ho, ho, ho. Open up your door. It's Santa Claus, and guess what, y'all? I got something to show. That's it.
For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Boston Celtics as they go up against the Atlanta Hawks. Looking at the Hawks, these guys are in the doldrums, a real tough stretch with only 1 win to show for their last 9 games.
The sights of the Atlanta skyline as we are here in the heart of Georgia. It's the Eastern Conference on display, featuring the Boston Celtics. The Hawks with their last game here in Atlanta before heading out on the road. And, of course, Kelly Olynyk. As he's out of the picture, the team will have to fill his shoes.
Well, as fans, as teammates, there are a lot of people that I'm sure are sad to see him go.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. On the court right now for the Celtics. Freak, he's in at the point. David Lee is out there with Jared Sullinger. Then it's Lee, and it's Nichols in at the small forward. 13 feet away. There's David Lee on the assist by Freak.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters. But if they even approximate that, watch out.
Here's Schroeder. 14 points from him the last game against Chicago.
And he also was a table setter in that game, Kevin. Just an amazing job with his passing. Just a joy to watch that.
Celtics leading by 13. Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Earlier, I was able to catch up with Mike Budenholzer. Though they lost the first meeting against this team this year, coach isn't worried about what they can do on the offensive side of things, saying, we dropped the first one, but I still think we can put up a lot of points on this team and get a win. We just need to make sure the ball is moving. Not as easy as it sounds, though, always, guys.
Thanks for filling us in there, Doris. Thank you so much. Getting their offense sorted out is the priority here, guys.
And that's what typically drives them. So no big surprise there. They'll be expending most of their energy at the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, they better save some of that energy for deep. I don't care how much you score. At some point, you got to stop some people, too.
The Hawks shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so, too, are the results.
Splitter inside, covered by Lee. Splitter misses. Looking at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks, it was a loss to the Bulls.
And you guys know how much I love aggressive defense. But in that game, they were just a bit over the top, and it wound up getting them in foul trouble.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was not just aggressive, it was reckless. I mean, they approached it more like bumper cars than a game of basketball.
The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Schroeder. It's good from long range. Schroeder's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Celtics leading by 11. Freak kicks to Sullinger. Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Schroeder. And it's Freak missing for Atlanta. They've gone 7 of 15 from the field to this point. Holiday dishes to Schroeder. Can't cash in from the high post.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Here's Freak. And he drains the three, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time. And it looks like they are going to review the play. The question, did he get the basket off in time?
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time, The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain, and that's why we have replay to get these big calls right.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter.
Substitution on the court.
The Hawks trail by 20. We've got Splitter. Kyle Korver is out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then there's Andrew Nicholson. And it's Holiday in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. From outside, off the mark.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here's Schroeder. Tight defense on him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Hawks again can't hit.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The feed now to Sullinger. Out to the right wing. Here's Vern. Drops it in from 11 feet. 8 points for him.
And started hot, and he's only gotten hotter.
Atlanta's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Here's Freak. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Freak's got 5.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Splitter kicks to Korver. Holiday, no one around him. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Holiday's gone 1 of 3 from the field here. Freak passes to Lee, right wing. Here's Sullinger. And good as it rattles through the hoop. Sullinger's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the lead's not getting any smaller. Just an incredibly well-rounded performance here on the road.
And how good a feeling is that for this team to dominate the way they did in front of a hostile crowd? That is a satisfying feeling for the victors.
So as we conclude the first half, so far, fairly one.
Hey guys, we've really taken the life out of this crowd, but I still want to talk to you for a minute. We've taken a lot of pressure off ourselves on D because of how good we've been on offense. That's what I call locked in, intelligent attacking basketball. I love it. Our 3-point shooting was a highlight though, and that should open things up for us inside the second half. They've got no choice but to come out a little higher on us on the perimeter. Okay, one more thing. A smooth flow to the second half is just what we're looking for. Let's keep things moving, but not at some kind of breakneck pace. That's it for now, guys. Let's go get that W.
And now, your Atlanta Hawks cheerleaders.
Now it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2. Atlanta making some changes. Nicholson's checked in for Cephalosha. Korver comes in for Kent Bazemore. And Dennis Schroeder subbed in for Teague. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Boston. Freak comes in for Marcus Smart. On the floor for Boston. Freak, he's in at point guard. He's out there with Lee. Matthews out there with Jared Sullinger. And a chance here to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Doris Burke. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons was a big factor. He chipped in his share of points, and he also added a few assists as he set up his teammates as well. A bit of a surprise attack for him, as he is usually just regarded as a role player on his team.
Thank you, Doris. He was the player they leaned on that night. He didn't disappoint them.
Not at all. Came through in a big way. Whatever they needed from him, he was able to deliver.
Well, I think he actually gave them a little more than what they needed. Terrific all-around effort.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clear.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the officials.
The Hawks making a switch here. Splitters checked in. So it's Boston now. 13-point lead. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win, because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Lee kicks to Freak. Sullinger dishes to Freak. Unloads from 13. Wow, way off on that one. Atlanta's gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
Kevin, let's look at where the Hawks stand in the NBA rankings right now. First in blocks, 4th in free throw percentage, and they're in the top half of the league distributing the basketball as well. Not too shabby, room for improvement, but acceptable.
And going back to that top ranking in terms of block shots, for me, it's been pure dominance. Defensively, they have such great presence around the rim, and at times, that gets in your head.
Boston again missing.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
Korver gets a wide open look. The shot, no good. And the Celtics going the other way now. Their last encounter was in Boston.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way, and that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
He kicks to Schroeder. Splitter sets a screen. Schroeder passes to Nicholson. Makes it off the glass.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
9 seconds left to play here in the third. And here's Lee outside. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass.
Welcome back as we get ready to start the fourth quarter. Not exactly a nail-biter here, but you never know. Boston leading by 14. Millsap at power forward with Horford at the center. Teague out there with Kent Bazemore. And it's Cephalosha in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Crowder kicks to Matthews. 6 to shoot. Ball's knocked loose. Cephalosha with the steal. Drops in the breakaway layup. Cephalosha's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Atlanta.
Excellent play there, and coming at the right time, too, guys. I mean, they need to string together some defensive and offensive possessions just like that.
And if they do, they are not out of this game. I mean, they've got the ability to mount a comeback if they can just keep up the intensity.
Millsap up top. Passes to Bazemore. Outside Teague. And there's the pass to Millsap. 5 on the clock. Hawks passing it around. Goes up from the top of the key. No good off the back of the rim.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Freak kicks to Smart. Cephalosha with the steal. Got a piece of it. Matthews dishes to Freak. Matthews with it. Picked up by Teague. Now here's Crowder. Here's Freak. And Horford pulls it down. Horford's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Cephalosha passes to Teague. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. That's good.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Smart with the ball. Here's Matthews. Good, and Smart gets the assist. Smart's got his 5th assist in this one.
Crisp pass into the paint.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike Budenholzer was discussing with his guys. He was not at all satisfied with their effort levels, saying, we're losing the hustle plays and all the 50-50 balls. We simply can't win that way. We've got to get after it. Let's see how they respond, Kevin.
And thank you for that, Doris. Jared Sullinger's checked in for Smart.
Good game for Horford. He's got 10 points, and he was able to come up with 1 steal, too.
You know what? He's been a difference maker defensively today, Clark. He's disrupted more plays than the stat sheet will show.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2. Boston leading by 10.
That's his second personal foul. First team foul.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Sullinger with the bucket.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Outside for Millsap. The Hawks again can't hit.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
Shot by Crowder, no good.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Teague with a clean look. Connects from 3-point range. Teague's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Atlanta. The Celtics have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Matthews into the lane, and you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Right side Teague. And the layup's good off the glass. Teague's got 10 points here in the second half.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Now here's Freak. Teague covering. Freak kicks to Crowder. Six to shoot. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. The Hawks trail by 12. And Bazemore kicks to Teague. And that one's good.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
And now, your Atlanta Hawks.
Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Jeff Teague.
Dennis Schroeder.
To the middle, here's Fern, and he dunks it down.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Now here's Schroeder, guarded close, and lots of contact there. Missing the shot, he'll shoot 2. Fern, and so he's picked up his final foul, and he will sit for the rest of this game. Lee's checked in for Boston. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Celtics.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the 3-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, but they also never seemed to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Schroeder. Freak. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two.
At the line of the house, Freak. 2 shots.
And the first one drops.
All right. Stay on him.
Second free throw, no good.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Exactly, because they've made enough plays to keep it close. And as a result, they're still in it.
Boston leading by 10. Here's Sullinger. Rejected by Millsap. Now here is Cephalosha. D right on him. And it's Schroeder missing. The Celtics have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Celtics.
Mark, looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
Yeah, but they did a better job tonight. They made the most of the extra rebounds, too.
And for the year now, they'll be tallying their 16th win.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
But, Greg, still 2 more games upcoming between these teams, so we could have a few more twists and turns down the road.
Just a quality win, and you look at the box score and some really good numbers.
Okay, guys, we are up, but the game is far from over.
Smart for the team as he was securing everything that came off the iron.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Splitters checked in for Horford. Andrew Nicholson comes in for Paul Millsap. Kyle Korver, he's checked in for Cephalosha. And Justin Holiday subbed in for Kent Bazemore. Freak passes to Lane. Nice ball movement by Boston. Feeds to Lee. The 11-footer. Off the iron that time. Here's Atlanta now. 11-point game. Here's Schroeder in Atlanta again with the bucket.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Showed nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending it.
Well, guys, they came in here and really took charge from the opening tip. This is such a tough thing to do for a visiting team. This contest was played on their terms.
And, you know, that's not the way it usually works in the NBA. It's going to be a great win, and you know it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here for sure.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, gee, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. Now it's time to head back to the
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Jared Sullinger.
In my opinion, his passing is what really drove them to this win. He did a fantastic job of spreading the ball around and keeping everyone involved in the offense. And he wound up with a nice number of...
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure.
Tune in.